Unemployment's gone down. We're at 8.1. People are saying this missed expectation.
Look, I'm proudly supporting the president's re-election. I think he's made real achievements on our economic recovery. But it'd be a political mistake to try to spin these numbers.
Welcome to a Friday edition of News Beast. We've got a great conversation ahead. Politics of memory, Chen, and jobs numbers. Let's talk about Watergate. You got a great new piece on the Beast.
Yes, well, a new book has come out by Jeff Himmelman, who has been researching Ben Bradley's life. And he came across a memo in 1990, Ben Bradley calling into question these iconic details of Watergate. Did the plant get moved across the balcony or not? Did they meet the source in the garage? One time, 50 times, he expresses doubt. And you know, what I found fascinating about it is just, it was an opportunity to think about how vague memory really is, how constantly shifting and editing and morphing it always is. I mean, whatever the present circumstance is in someone's life, that conversation that they're having, or the way we're talking about it right now, instantly will change the way something is recalled.
Well, it's Rashomon, right? I mean, this is an old problem.
And there's actually science behind it now that says every time you leave out a detail of what happened, your memory actively suppresses that detail.
Let's talk about Chen. This is the subject that is fixating not just the nation, the world.
Absolutely.
Right now.
And it should be fixating the world. Unfortunately, it's being weighed down in an obnoxious, juvenile, partisan political debate. And to some degree, maybe the Obama campaign brought it on themselves. First of all, good news today, it appears there may very well be a breakthrough where Chen and his wife and children can come to the United States in a student fellowship. And it looks like there's an impasse has been broken. But the concern I have is the extraordinary rush to judgment and the lack of introspection, and the lack of fact-checking that we've seen around this debate here domestically. Now, obviously, part of it may have been induced by the Obama campaign ad, which not just talked about their great victory against Osama bin Laden, but challenged Mitt Romney about what he would do. Politicizing that issue. But of course, the other issue to consider here is the fact that in this very sensitive time, you have Mitt Romney and Republican members of Congress admitting they don't have the facts, admitting they don't have accurate information, but attacking the Obama administration at a very sensitive time in negotiations.
But which is absolutely worth discussing. But also, I mean, because we're getting information in real time, in part because Chen is making phone calls from his hospital bed. What we do know is that his expectations were not met. You know, whatever.
Or John, perhaps his expectations were changing.
That's a fair point.
That's a fair point. We don't know. But the fact that we don't know should be a reason not to engage in this partisan rush to judgment at a very sensitive, a man's life is on the line.
Let's talk about the unemployment numbers. So here's one of these other schizophrenic data points. Unemployment's gone down. We're at 8.1. So it really, at this point, unemployment is where we haven't seen it this low, 8.1 still being quite high, since really February of 2009, 1 month after Obama took office. But people are saying this missed expectations, and there's sort of clouds on the horizon beneath the lowering of the unemployment rate, which is itself sort of objectively, at least, bumper sticker good news. Bob, you were expressing concern about the trajectory.
Sure. I mean, the reality is, look, I'm proudly supporting the president's re-election. I think he's made real achievements on our economic recovery. But it'd be a political mistake to try to spin these numbers, because these numbers demonstrate what a tough and stubborn this recession is. And the reality is, yes, we're seeing another month of growth in manufacturing, but as we see unemployment decline to 8.1, we're also witnessing one of the reasons more and more people are leaving the workforce, leaving the job market.
That's right.
There's a lot here to be concerned. Republicans overplay their hand by cheering the bad news.
That's an interesting point. Thoughts? Unemployment?
Says it all.
Bob just sums it all up there?
Says it all.
I do think it's fascinating when you look at the unemployment rate in a historic context, the way we were in such free fall. December, January, Obama takes the oath on the 20th February. That window was such a free fall that we've really been working our way out of this so slowly, and we're almost at the point where Obama puts his, takes the oath. But it's extraordinary in retrospect. Final word.
Ambiguity.
Okay, that's rarely is that a final word.
Jumping to conclusions, several words.
Okay.
Hyphenated.
Hyphenated, thank you.
I'll take your lead. Mayor Boris, reelected again. That's all for us from Newsbeast. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.